Am I the asshole? For calling my boyfriend inconsiderate for eating half my plate of food that he bought me? My boyfriend, now baby daddy, we just found out, took me to get some food, and when he came back I asked him if he had ordered himself anything to eat. He said no, he was straight. When we got back to my house, before he left he tore my plate apart, ate about 4 of the 10 wings, half the fries, drank my drink, and used up all my blue cheese dressing. I'm pregnant, and the whole reason he bought me a plate was because I told him I hadn't eaten all day and I felt like I was starving. I called him inconsiderate for eating off my plate instead of just buying himself some food, and we haven't talked since Lamau. Am I the asshole? A quick glance at your post history tells me you shouldn't be having another child with another random deadbeat. Okay, so obviously, he's TA for eating your food after intentionally not ordering himself any. However, you're being TA to yourself for having a baby with a guy who treats you this way. It's not going to get better. If your best friend was with this guy, what would you tell her? Not just this situation, because it's never just one situation, but with everything you know about this man. What would you tell her? Her for having kids with someone you can't even talk to about dinner without asking the internet's opinion. Yuck. You may want to run. This is why you don't jump into having a baby with a dude. Leave him. Even for that. It shows you the baby or his partner are not more important than himself. Next time when you get a dude date long enough, watch him how he acts. Get a true commitment and watch him more. When he does all the right things by you and you're doing the right things by him, then you decide if you want to have his kids. Make a man earn you. Don't settle. Not the asshole, he bought you food, he ate your food. Now, not talking over eating food, that is worse than the reason for the post. Some of these comments are insane. Not the asshole because you being pregnant does not even factor into this. It's not important. What matters is that he took nearly half your food after saying he was fine and didn't want any. That being said, you may want to consider a termination because this is not someone you should be having kids with. Why? Not because he took your food, but essentially because you are getting the silent treatment instead of talking it out. Not the asshole. He's an inconsiderate jerk. Have seen dozens of versions of this post and the answer is always the same. If you pass up the opportunity to order food but eat the food someone else ordered, you're the asshole 11 times out of 10. Not the asshole. Not the asshole I'd quit anyone else's voting otherwise lol. You asked if he wanted food, he said no. You got food for yourself and then he ate half of it. He should have gotten food if he really wanted something. However, I do think the not speaking over it is petty. Not the asshole. That's shitty of him to do since he was straight. Good, not hungry. But maybe try eating something sooner in the future. And especially since you are pregnant. Bro, these comments are wild. Crying face, how did this post turn into you're the asshole for being pregnant Lamau? These answers suck. Someone eating another person's food is rude. Simple, not the asshole. I'm wondering whether he's picking a fight with you so he can have an excuse to leave. Everybody is tripping in this chat. Obviously he is TA. Y'all have no idea what their relationship is like based off this tiny bit of detail, so you have no room to talk about anything other than the topic. He is TA for eating his pregnant GFS food when he specifically said he did not want anything. Y'all would say the same for us females, but when roles are reversed all of a sudden it's the woman's fault. BC of this and that, just STFU. Not the asshole, he owes you a meal. To many boys becoming dads, disappointed face. Hell no. Your boyfriend was greedy as fuck. He's TA. A taste is different from eating the kitchen. He should have found some bread and slapped some butter on that shit or whatever else. He was bugging for feasting on your meal like that. Definitely not the asshole. He should have bought food for himself instead of being straight on your food. Is this normal behavior for him? Was he able to financially buy his own plate as well as yours? It's super inconsiderate that he not only took food out of your mouth, but his kid's mouth as well. Not the asshole girl, nobody messes with a pregnant lady's food. He sounds like a jerk. If he really has a problem with you setting boundaries, then just throw the man away. Nah, he's definitely inconsiderate. You're not. I fucking hate when people eat my food. I'm also pregnant, but I'd stab my husband with a fork if he did that. Not. He is and is whack for doing that, especially with the state you're in. He's tar. Nah, but y'all shouldn't be having a kid together if this is the level y'all are operating on. Is it too late to consider other options? Or man, how do you not get 2 orders of wings? Not the asshole, these comments are gross and so is his attitude towards you. We just found out, but then your justification is I'm pregnant. Girl, if you just found out it's early and you won't have this wild pregnancy cravings or such. Getting knocked up isn't an excuse for the next 9 months. You said you hadn't eaten all day? Sounds like that's a you problem. Take better care of yourself. You aren't even supposed to be eating blue cheese products while pregnant. You're not off to a great start. Girl, you are not the asshole, don't listen to these insane people. I'm sorry. No, you're not the asshole. I would have done the same. I don't play when it comes to my food, especially when I'm hungry, smiley face. Not the asshole. If he was planning to eat, he should have bought himself food as well. Not the asshole because it is your food that he ate. Not the asshole. I would be rethinking that whole relationship because he's clearly never gonna change, and if he eats half your food like that, he would most likely do it to the kid when they're older. He's not inconsiderate. He's an ignorant asshole, plain and simple. AITA reading the comments regarding your previous posts, you need counseling if you're gonna bring a child into the world. Not trying be harsh, just saying. He's doing you a favor not talking to you. What an absolute child. I wouldn't do this to my wife, pregnant or not. Anyone saying he bought it so he can do what he wants with it, better be prepared for people to trash the gifts they give to them, at will, in whatever way they please. Unlikely. Not the asshole. Can we just stop it with calling people TA for being in abusive situations? Not the asshole. He is 100 TA. I would reconsider this relationship. This verdict is unfucking believable. I'm sorry people are being so harsh to you. I don't know you or your past. As far as this situation, it's concerning that a disagreement over 4 chicken wings and a soda is so important to you. You'll need to improve your communication and how you care for each other before the baby arrives. Not the asshole. In fact, he should run out and buy you another plate. And honestly, I wouldn't have talked to him either. ESH. Don't have kids when you still act like one. Y'all shouldn't be having kids. Sounds like it's not your first rodeo with a deadbeat baby daddy. ESH. The immaturity is astounding, and adding a baby into the mix is another level of bad decision making that just makes me want to scream. Info: are his finances tight at all? That's a jack. He lied saying he was good and then ate half of what he got for you. Yeah, that's a jack. What a jerk. Do you want that in your life for 18 years? Seriously? Not the asshole because it's about food, not your life choices. Not the asshole. WTF. What a child. Anyone with common sense would know they're in the wrong. Like my baby mama is pregnant and is hungry. And I eat most of the food and wonder why she is upset? Like what? The math ain't mathing. Just saw your post on wanting to harm yourself. I really think you should seek the help you need and rethink if this living situation is right for you. Please consider your child.